Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. श्री श्री राधा वृंदावन चंद्र भगवान की जय, श्री प्रभुपाद की जय. Hare Krishna. So in today's session, of course this is the second day or third day, right? Third day of our yatra, and all of you already sweated nicely. So, okay, we'll start with Mangalacharan first. Okay. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakya Chakshiromilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sapitam Yena Bhutale Rupa Kadamayyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavansha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitansha. He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namosute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhasya Kripa Sindhubhe Vacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamini Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashatya Deshatarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare. We are reading from Srimad Bhagavad Chaitanya Charitamritam, so you can open Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela 12th chapter, shloka number 70 onwards. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda, Jaya 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 Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौरभक्तवृंद जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौरभक्तवृंद. So while coming on here, we visited many places. We visited Jagannath Vallabh Garden, where Lord Jagannath does lots of pastime even today. Not just in Satyuga, Tretayuga, Dwapara, even today there are so many pastimes of Jagannath which keeps on happening in Jagannath Vallabh Garden. Any pastime somebody remembers? Prataprudra Maharaj came here. That is with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, with Jagannath. Jagannath is doing some pastime in Jagannath Vallabh Garden. Lady was singing and Mahaprabhu was, that one. No, I'm not talking about Mahaprabhu's pastime, I'm talking about Mahaprabhu's pastime. In Jagannath Puri there are two Mahaprabhus. One Mahaprabhu is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and one is Jagannath Mahaprabhu. Jagannath is also called as a Mahaprabhu here. And both are Jagannath only. So Jagannath ji has done pastime like stealing of jackfruit. Heard about? Bhakta Raghudas was there, and Jagannath ji came. I want jackfruit. But how? Stolen jackfruit. And Jagannath and Raghudas, they came there and stole jackfruit in the midnight. And Jagannath left Raghudas like that. Heard about this pastime? This is the one pastime happened here. Any other pastime? Jagannath Vallabh Garden. Jagannath ji comes and does something. Okay, another pastime happens here is what is that? Damanaka Ropan pastime happened here. This is a Damanaka Dwadashi is a festival here happens. That day especially that Damanaka flowers are offered to Jagannath. That tree is found only in Jagannath Vallabh. Of course, these trees were very famous, but the particular tree that the Damanaka flowers are offered to Jagannath is from Jagannath Vallabh Garden, and it is said that it is a symptom of devotees' dedication for Jagannath. Sometimes we hear the pastime of that also. Damanaka Ropana pastime. Very beautiful, very interesting pastime. And of course, as you say, Mahaprabhu used to come there regularly and rest there during the Jagannath Ratha Yatra. Whenever Jagannath Ratha Yatra happens, after dancing nicely, Mahaprabhu comes there and rest in Jagannath Vallabh Garden. And there lots of King Prataprudra had an audience with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and all. But before this Ratha Yatra starts, there is another pastime happens in the Gundicha temple, where we are going to go after this visit. So what is the Gundicha temple? In Jagannath Puri, this Jagannath's main temple, which is also called as the Shri Mandir, is considered to be Vaikuntha. That is Vaikuntha. And Krishna stays in Vaikuntha? No. Where Krishna wants to stay? Vrindavan. So whole year Jagannath will be there, but for being separation of Vrindavan, Jagannath ji will come out of the Shri Mandir and go towards Vrindavan. And this Gundicha temple is considered to be Vrindavan. And sometimes it is called as a Masher Badi. Jagannath's aunt's home. Who is Jagannath's aunt here? In Vrindavan, of course, they are not seeing Jagannath's aunt. But here, Jagannath's aunt is Queen Gundicha. Okay, what is a Queen Gundicha? There is another pastimes there happening behind who is Queen Gundicha. There is the ancient pastime when Jagannath appeared. Who knows that king's name who invited Jagannath on the earth? King Indradyumna. Indradyumna, with so much love and devotion, he invited Lord Jagannath here, and for him Jagannath came in the form of Daru Brahma. Daru means lakdi ka. Daru means lakdi, wood, wooden god. He came here, and Lord said, to king and the queen, treat me as your son. And that's why the king and queen, they had not had any child. They treated Jagannath himself as a kid, and they worshipped him so nicely. And king said, I will worship you such a way that your hand will not go dry. So whole day, night, Jagannath will be getting bhoga and bhoga. And this place is supposed to be the queen's place, and Jagannath will come from there to that Gundicha queen. That her name is Gundicha. So he used to come here and have his homely environment. Another pastime related to Jagannath Rath Yatra, as you remember, the Krishna and all the Dwarkavasis, they came to Kurukshetra for eclipse time to do some auspicious activities there. And as soon as Vrindavanvasi understood that Krishna is coming, they came here. Gopis saw Krishna in kingly dressed, kingly attire. They said, oh, this is not our Krishna. Our Krishna should be, our cowherd boy's dress. So they came, they broke Krishna's kirit, mukut, everything, and they removed all these horses from these chariots, and they started dragging this chariot back to Vrindavan. This event signifies the Rath Yatra of Jagannath, where all the devotees will pull the chariot of Jagannath, pull the chariot of Lord Krishna towards Vrindavan, and that is Masharwadi Gundicha temple. And before this pastime happens, okay, this Gundicha temple is a temple which is always closed. Now also if you go, the temple is closed. Nobody is allowed to go there, because there is no deity there. There is no Bhagwan, because Bhagwan is into Sri Mandir, Bhagwan Sri Mandir mein. And once in a year, the Lord will come, that time this temple will open. There will be lots of activities happening around there, and सारा चहल पहल वहाँ पे होगा. और उसके बाद whole temple is empty, dry and silent. So of course right now nobody can go, but before Jagannath comes here, Vrindavan goes, Gundicha temple comes to action before Jagannath comes here, 2 days before, and that is called as a Gundicha Marjan festival. So long back when Mahaprabhu was here in Jagannath Puri, and the Rath Yatra festival was supposed to happen. That time Mahaprabhu came and he wanted to clean this Jagannath temple. It is Gundicha temple. So there are so many nice lessons we can learn from this pastime. Of course Mahaprabhu comes, he invites all the devotees, temple is cleaned, and Rath Yatra starts. It's simple pastime. But in that also Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami has given such a nice lessons just by seeing Mahaprabhu's activities and behavior. Mahaprabhu teaches so many leadership qualities through these pastimes. All of you are leaders, right? At least supposed to be leaders, or at least would be leaders here, isn't it? Yeah. So there are so many nice lessons we can take from here. Let us go through it. Okay. So before Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wants to do this pastime here, cleaning of this Gundicha temple, what Mahaprabhu is doing? He has lots of favor from the king Prataparudra, because just before this pastime, Prataparudra came and blessed. Prataparudra took blessing from Mahaprabhu, and he allowed whatever this Prabhuji this sannyasi wants to do, or Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wants to do, please allow him to do whatever he wants to do. So Mahaprabhu, even though he had a free hand to do anything in this place, he humbly goes to the superintendent of Gundicha temple and requests him, please give me permission to wash this temple. Okay, I missed this. We can open the shloka number 72 from this. Madhya Leela, 12th chapter, 72. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu first of all called Kashi Mishra, then the superintendent of the temple, and then Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. When these three people came before the Lord, he begged for permission to wash the temple of the Lord. Tine jane pashe Prabhu hasiya khaila, Gundicha mandira marjana seva magi nila. So this is the way we have to act. Even though we say, yes, I am the big person, big preacher, but yes, while doing services, we should ask the permission from the superintendent, or maybe some whatever authorities they are present in that particular place. Let's say for coming here, after coming here, the Kartik would have gone to the temple president of Vrindavan Chandra Mandir and would have asked, Prabhuji, can we do the katha here? And with the blessings of these authorities locally here, we are doing Harikatha. पढ़ीचा कहे आमी सब सेवक तोमार, ये तोमार इच्छा से कर्तव्य अमार. पढ़ीचा मतलब the person who was the in charge of that place. What he was telling? Okay, where is gone? Upon hearing the Lord's request permission to watch the Gunja temple, the Padicha, the superintendent of the temple, said, "My dear sir, we are all your servants. Whatever you desire is our duty to perform." विशेषे राजेर आज्ञा हाई याचे हमारे प्रभु आज्ञा यही से शीघ्र करिबारे. King has given special order before me to do whatever delay, without delay, what your lordship desires. Whatever Chaitanya Mahaprabhu does, I have orders to do. And the superintendent, by the orders of the king, he arranged, of course he understood Mahaprabhu wants to clean this Gunja temple, and immediately he came into the service. He called all the devotees around there. He arranged 100 pots to clean the whole temple, 100 brooms to be cleaned. And then Mahaprabhu requested everyone to come. To wash the temple you need many water pots and brooms, therefore order me, I can immediately bring all those things to you. Shloka number 77. Shloka number 78. Oh, as soon as the superintendent understood the desire of the Lord, he immediately delivered 100 new water pots and 100 brooms for sweeping the temple. And then next day, आराधिने प्रभाते लयनि जगना श्रीहस्ते सबार अगे लेपिल चंदना. And what Mahaprabhu did? He called all the devotees, invited all of them, and he gave chandan in everybody's hand. He requested, he celebrated, he honored each and every devotee who are going to part of this Gundicha Marjan Seva. And after respecting, after honoring them nicely, then Mahaprabhu gave one broom in everybody's hands. See, this Gundicha Marjan Seva is very menial seva. It's kind of washing the temple is kind of very lowly. The washing temple is very low. There are so many different sevas in the temple, in the preaching. We can find it. Many sevas like respected sevas. Okay, sit in the Vyasasana and give a class. And sometimes people, okay, there will be some kind of sevas like which are respected, honored. Okay, do deity worship. But do prasad cooking, where nobody is going to see you while doing this. At least doing arati, everybody is watching. Prabhuji is doing arati, putting tilak and uttariya, everything properly in front of everybody. Prabhuji is doing arati. It's very respectable seva. But doing kitchen seva, doing pot washing seva, maybe before everybody comes, we have to clean this hall. That seva who will do? And that is very menial seva where nobody will be going to see. And these sevas, there is no honor also to that. And nobody is going to say, "Arey wah, Prabhuji, kya clean kya hai hall apne." And Prabhuji, what kind of nicely pot washing you have done, Prabhuji. Nobody is going to ask you, nobody is going to glorify you for your sevas, this one. But still, that's why these sevas are called as a menial seva, which are not going to boost our ego. And many times these sevas, people will not try to take it up. But Mahaprabhu, with his personal example, he wants to show that we have to this menial. What is the purpose of menial sevas? Namra seva, nimna seva. Why we should do this namra sevas? Because our mind will never accept lowly position. This is our ego, high ego. And Golok Vrindavan, there is no entry for the people who is having high ego. So you want a ticket of Golok Vrindavan? बोलते हैं ना, कहाँ जाओगे? Where is the destination? Golok Vrindavan. Yes, Prabhu. But you want a ticket of Golok Vrindavan? That ego, false ego, has to be crushed to the powder. Powder बना देना चाहिए उसका. It's very hard. False ego is very hard, stone-like heart it is there. You cannot make it soft. It has to be powdered, pounded and crushed into powder. Then only that false ego will go off. And how this will happen? By hammering with the menial services. Namra seva, toilet cleaning. Na? Very, अरे क्या toilet cleaning, Prabhuji? I am IITian, Prabhuji. IIT, in a company, I have 10 people under me serving. I am a project lead. Now, how can I do toilet cleaning in the base? base में, how many are staying in a base and do toilet cleaning? And a very, very menial service. Hari bol, so nice, all great. Very few. Yes, the base that training is that way. Whoever stays in a base and does toilet cleaning, definitely Golok to Vrindavan ticket is there. So it is very important. And Mahaprabhu also wants to show that, yes, menial service is very, very important. Many times when Maharaj comes and all these things, we don't allow them to do some services and all these things. Once I remember, Bhakti Rasamrit Maharaj was there, and of course, and yes, and room was little unclean, little thoda sa ek corner mein dust reh gaya tha. So Bhakti Rasamrit Maharaj immediately took the broom and started cleaning, and we were just taking his bags inside. Arey Maharaj, kya kar rahe? Arey nahi, don't worry, let me do little show off that I am cleaning myself. Let me do that. And his Maharaj is sarcastically telling, yes, even though I am a sannyasi, menial service is not kind of excuse for me. I cannot avoid menial service. This is my duty. So we understand that even a person like a Maharaj, he also doesn't hesitate for menial services, those things. And here, when Mahaprabhu was ready to do this Maha cleaning of Gundicha temple, this Padicha means that superintendent was telling, okay, this is not my authority, or maybe this doesn't suits me to tell you the menial services. You are the elevated personality, and how can you do? Arey Maharaj, come wash pots here. How can I say like this? This is not in my authority. But as you are wishing it, as you want to it, I wish my service is my duty to support you. So immediately this Padicha, he called for 100 pots. He ordered 100 pots, 100 brooms in the service of Mahaprabhu. And Mahaprabhu called all the devotees there for the services. And what he did? He gave chandan in everybody's hands and brooms everybody's hands and started cleaning the temple. And this is how Leela starts. Okay, shloka number 84, you go. चारिदिके सत भक्त समाज सम्मार्जन करे आपनी शोधे न प्रभु शिखाई न सबरे. What Mahaprabhu is doing, and then what's happening? All the places, everywhere we can see hundreds and hundreds of the devotees standing there. And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was personally carrying out the operation just to instruct others. A very important lesson for the leadership here. What is that? The leadership should show by example. Apani shodhana prabhu sakhaiya sabare. He is himself cleaning everything, and by seeing him, everybody is getting the lesson how to clean the temple. Leadership is not a leadership which is standing behind and asking everybody to go ahead and do something. So they themselves go on the streets, do Nagar Kirtan, they themselves go on the streets, do book distribution, they themselves take the broom in the hand and teach. So this is first lesson of cleaning, of leadership here. And then whole operation happens with few moods there. Shloka number 85, please go ahead. प्रेमोल्लासे शोधे न लये न कृष्ण नाम भक्तगण कृष्ण कहे करे निज काम. First lesson, Premolase. Premollas. They have everything, all this process of Gundicha Marjan is happening with Prem Ullas, with love and enthusiasm. Enthusiasm is very important in your devotional service. Utsahat, Nishchayat, Dhairyat, Tat Karma Pravardhanam. So we have to do devotional service with the mood of enthusiasm. प्रभु जी ने बोला है झाड़ू मारने को, हमारे मुख पे एकदम दुख का वातावरण है, and we are doing this grooming and all this things. प्रभु जी purification हो रहा है प्रभु जी. Purification will happen, but it has to happen with prem and ullas. That purification should bring the happiness in our heart, not just frustration. So the purification happens when our ego gets crushed, and when ego gets crushed, we find a satisfaction in the heart. Absorption and devotion, shloka number 86. धूली धूसर तनु देखिले सबना कहाँ कहाँ अश्रु जले करे समार्जना. What's happening? Mahaprabhu is doing the cleaning. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu washed and cleansed the temple with great jubilation. Mahaprabhu himself showed the happiness and enthusiasm while doing this and chanting the holy name Lord Krishna all the time. Similarly, all the devotees were also chanting at the same time, performing the respective duties. And Mahaprabhu was cleaning, and he was chanting Krishna's name. धूली दूसरा तनु देखी ते शोभना कहाँ कहाँ अश्रु जले करे न समर्जना. The entire beautiful body of the Lord was covered with the dust and the dirt. In this way, it became transcendently beautiful. At the times when cleansing the temple, the Lord shed the tears in the same places. He even cleansed with those tears. Mahaprabhu was not just simply brooming the hall, not just brooming the temple. He was doing the abhishekam with his own tears. And Mahaprabhu's body was with the dhuli and dhusara. With the dirt and the dust, his body was covered and started becoming more and more beautiful. You see, in Vrindavan, the same Krishna, he was roaming in the forest. And while in the forest, when they are coming back, when the cows are coming ahead and Krishna is coming behind them, that is the time which is called as a Godhuli. Why we call it as Godhuli? Because cow's hoof dust is rising in the air and Krishna is walking through that and the same dust is falling, settling on the Krishna's body, Krishna's faces, Krishna's hairs, and with that anointment of this dust and the dhuli, Krishna became more and more beautiful. And just see that Krishna's dark complexioned face, decorated with the dust. All the Vrajavasis will be flanking on the roads just to see Krishna, how Krishna is coming. And Krishna will be walking and glancing sideways to all the gopas and the gopis who are waiting to see him on the roadsides. And that is the darshan of the Lord Krishna all the devotees were taking while doing this Gundicha Marjan. Shloka number 88. After that, what's happening? The systematic efforts. It's not like that this is all happening and everybody started doing everything and everybody and everything. No, everybody got some kind of a different instructions and orders. What they got? Bhoga mandire sadhana kari shodila prangana sakal avesha karme karila sodhana. What they did? What all places they did it? Okay, I want somebody to read the translation. One devotee. Are you on the same page? Shloka number 87 now. Okay, I'll read. After this, the place where deity's food was kept, Bhoga Mandira was cleaned. And then the yard was cleaned. And all the residential quarters and one after another. So Mahaprabhu divided a whole temple into different areas. And that areas were taken for cleaning one after another. And then Trinadhuli Jinkara Sabha Ekatra Kariya Bahirveshe Lai Felaya Bahira Kariya. After Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu collected all the straw, dust and grains of the sand in one place, he gathered it all in his cloth and threw it outside. He collected everything and threw it outside. Yep. What we learn from here? See, it is systematic effort that being pressed by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Everybody was doing things, the dusting, gathering the dust, putting it outside, everything was done in a systematic way. So, other activities about the program and the projects cannot happen in a haphazard manner. Everywhere there should be a proper organization, a proper systematic division of the sevas, and that sevas shall be distributed equally and fairly with everyone. Now we'll go to shloka number 90. Shri Chaitanya, okay, where is shloka number 90? Prabhu kahe ke kata kariya che sammarjana Trina dheli dekhileni janiba parishrama. And what Mahaprabhu said? 90.
I can tell how much you have labored and how you have cleansed the temple simply by seeing all the strong just reflected also.
Here Mahaprabhu is making a competitive environment among the devotees. Competitive environment. They are telling, ki, I will see how much dirt you have collected. You are cleaning the temple, so everybody should collect their dust into small, their own respective places. And I will see who is doing how much seva. And I will compare and I will announce the winner. And we do it while doing book distribution. Book distribution scores. Arey, Vaibhav Krishna Prabhu, this many books. Deep Prabhu, this many books. And Bimal Prasad Prabhu, this many books. Now who is the winner? And then we can glorify them and clap for them. Right? This competitive environment is a healthy competitive competition Mahaprabhu is creating among the devotees. And the same way we have also that healthy competition among the devotees. In this competition, actually there is no winner, one distinctive winner, but everybody is the winner who is ever putting their efforts. It's not like a quantity is more than he is the winner. But quantity is important to create that competition. Quantity is not create the envious or maybe envy among each other, but yes, quantity is required to quantify the amount of services that we have done. And that's why the measurement is required. And we say, Arey Prabhuji, effort to dale na sufficient hai. Arey, this quantity of the distribution, quantity of the effort, quantity of the work is done will signify, will show us how much enthusiasm we have. And when we show the quantity, Arey Prabhuji, 10 books हुए हमारे आज, we'll get enthusiasm. Arey, tomorrow we'll do 12 books, Prabhu, tomorrow we'll do 20 books. That quantity will increase our enthusiasm as well. So that's why Mahaprabhu asked everybody to collect their dust into one heap. And Mahaprabhu said, I will personally come and inspect कितना किया है आप लोगों ने. And that's why devotees also report their scores in front of the deities, right? Every day morning we have a japa report, book distribution score reporting, right? So this is for that. We are reporting to Krishna. We are reporting this to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And then श्लोक नंबर 92. एई मत अभ्यंतर करिल मार्जन पुनः सब करे दिल करिया वंत वंतरा वंतरा. Yes, bro. Go ahead.
After the inside of the temple was cleansed, the Lord again allocated areas for the devotees to clean this.
So when this inside hall was cleaned, immediately Mahaprabhu said, okay, यहाँ का हो गया, आगे चलो, आगे वाला करेंगे. Then that was clean and Mahaprabhu said, okay, let's go ahead, let's do it next year, next place. So Mahaprabhu had a complete plan. Okay, after this we have to do this, after do this we have to do that. So there were proper organized efforts Mahaprabhu was putting it. One after another he was allocating different areas to be cleaned. Okay, तुम्हारा ये हो गया क्या stage cleaning? Stage is over? Okay, after this do the prangan cleaning, okay? Then you should go to the deity backup. Deity backup हो गया, after that you should go to pot washing area. पूरा clean करने का acid डाल के. And then shloka number 92. 92 is done. So this is all. And of course here we can see 93, 98. We read a 93 translation. 93.
The Lord then ordered everyone to cleanse the inside of the temple very perfectly by taking finer dust, straws and grains of sand and throwing them outside.
Yes. Mahaprabhu was very particular that cleaning has to happen very, very thoroughly. And while cleaning the temple hall, the tiles we are cleaning, but the space between the tiles, it will become darker and darker and darker. I remember when I was in the base, that time Chowpatty base there. So we used to clean everything. But while cleaning, we'll clean everything, but the dust between the tiles, it will remain like that. Initially when that home was newly tiled, late tiles, the space between the tiles, you see here, this white, because of the white cement. After washing and washing and washing, the same lines will start becoming black and black and black. And once our senior Prabhuji, he came, he personally saw, this is not a thorough cleaning. Even that gas between the tiles has to become a clean and white. Because that blackness is because of the dirt there. So Mahaprabhu also personally showed that how this Mahacleaning, Gundicha cleaning has to happen. It should be the thorough. The detailed Mahaprabhu is given this, cleaning between the tiles and all these things, very thorough. Okay, 94 shloka.
After Sri Krishna, Vaishnavas cleansed the temple for the second time. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was very happy to see that they should work.
So Mahaprabhu was observing and he was understanding it. Okay, next one, Shloka 95.
While the temple was being swept, about 100 men stood ready with filled water bowls. They simply awaited the Lord's order to throw the water from.
When some people were cleaning, brooming inside, other 100 people were waiting outside with the water pot filled with their hands. With their own hands, they had bought the water pot filled and to clean the temple with the water now. This next batch was ready there. And then 96.
As soon as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu called for water, all the men immediately brought the 100 water pots, which were completely filled, and delivered them before the Lord.
So these people, they bought these water pots from Indradumna Sarovar. You will see this one is behind. And from there, these all people will carry the pots. They had made a human chain. And pots were handed over from one hand to another, and they were bought here for the service of the cleaning the Gudija temple. 97 number. प्रार्थना करीला प्रभु मंदिर प्रक्षालना ऊर्ध्व आधो भैति ग्रह मध्य संहासना.
Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu first washed the main temple, then thoroughly washed the ceiling, the walls, the floor, the sitting place, Simhasan, and everything else within the room.
92, 98.
Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself and his devotees immediately throw water onto the city, and this water fell across the walls of the.
So everything was thoroughly cleaned. All the floor was cleaned, the ceiling was cleaned, and Mahaprabhu gave the proper particular sequence also for the cleaning. First of all, the ceiling was cleaned there. First of all, the ceiling, they threw the water on the ceiling first. And what that ceiling water, they came onto the walls. Then with that water, walls also were cleaned. And second, after that, the same water came down, the floor also was cleaned. It's not like that, कि अरे पहले floor clean कर दिया, and then अरे ceiling तो रह गया वही. And they started cleaning the ceiling when all the dust from the ceiling came onto the ground, and we have to do it again. This is not kind of a haphazard work there. Mahaprabhu was very thoughtful. First, ceiling, so that he did it so that the work will not be increased. With the same work, other works also will be done. Okay, next shloka.
Then Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu began to wash the sitting place of Lord Jagannath with his own hands, and all the devotees began to bring water to the Lord.
Which was, what you read? 90? 100? 99 finished. We go 100.
All the devotees within the temple began to wash. Each one had a broom in his hand, and in this way they cleansed the temple of the Lord.
So everyone, they had their own instruments and they started cleaning it one by one. Yep. 101.
Someone brought water to pour into the hands of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and someone poured water on his lotus feet.
Okay, 1 and 2.
The water that fell from the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was drunk by someone with himself. Someone else begged for that water, and another person was giving that water in charity.
Hare Krishna. You'll read it again?
After the room was washed, the water was let out through an outlet, then flowed and filled the yard also.
Yeah. See, then Mahaprabhu, he cleaned everything. He took the dust and put everything outside. And when he put everything outside, and outside area also was cleaned, so that they understood that this outside dust again will come inside. So not just inside we have to clean it outside and outside area also, so that contamination will not come inside. We may think that yes, Prabhuji, we are staying in a devotee association, we are trying to clean our heart with the Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Mad, Matsarya, it's fine. But not just cleaning the heart is important, we have to stay away from the mediums which are going to contaminate our hearts also. We have to stay away from the association of non-devotees. We have to stay away from the association of the agents of Maya, like mobile phones, the movies, news, and all these things also. So all the agents of Maya, we have to stay. We have to keep a distance so that we will not get contaminated again. Okay. Next shloka.
The Lord of the rooms with his own clothes and his body slept clothed with their body.
Yeah, this is very important. Nija vastre kaila prabhu ghare samarjan Mahaprabhu nije vastra majila simhasan. So Mahaprabhu was cleaning, and while cleaning he took out his own uttariya and started cleaning the place. So Mahaprabhu signifies here that while doing Lord's services, we should not even keep a pride of our own personal wealth. Even our personal wealth can be dedicated for the service of the Lord. His own cloth started wiping and mopping the place. Next one.
In this way, all the rooms that claimed to be 100 water pots, after being set to cleanse the minds of the devotees, were as clean as the rooms.
So this shloka is very important here. Shataghat jale haila mandira marjana mandira soriya kaila yena nija mana. So this cleaning is not simply the cleaning of the hall, not the cleaning of the base, not the cleaning of your temple. This is the cleaning of our temple. More we clean it, more our false ego gets crushed, and more we become purer and purer and purer. So that's why Mahaprabhu says, Cheto Darpana Marjanam. Cheto Darpana Marjanam. Our heart has to be cleaned. Your brahmacharis in temple, you see, every day morning after japa session, morning 7 o'clock, immediately they will get up and start taking brooms in their hands and start cleaning. I used to ask, Are Prabhuji, kahan ja rahe hain? Where are you going? Prabhuji, thoda hriday ko shuddha karke aate hain. This is how temple cleaning is the cleaning of heart. Not this is practically is the cleaning of heart only. Where when somebody cleans it, he personally sees that happening in his heart. Next one. Nirmala said.
When the temple was cleansed, it was purified, cool and easy, just as if the Lord's own pure mind had appeared.
And the shloka says, Nirmala Shitala Snigdha Karila Mandire Apara Hridayena Dharila Bahire. So the whole temple was clean and pure. It was not just simply clean. It's just 3 words is been used here. Nirmal, Nirmal means without any mala. It's with the purified. It's cleaned. Then Shitala, it is a cooled, and then Snigdha. This word is used. Snigdha means it becomes pleasing. And one more place it is used as a Ujjvala also. Nirmal, Shital, Snigdha and Ujjwal. It is as good as Lord's his own heart. Like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's heart is so pure, so pleasing, cool and so bright that the whole temple became like that. Next shloka.
So men were amazed in bringing water from the lake. There was no place to stand and cry. Someone began to draw water from there.
Yeah. So hundreds of devotees were standing to bring the water from the lake, and it was so crowded that there is no place to stand there. Everything was so congested, and everywhere people were walking, and there is no chance that somebody can go to the Indradumna Sarovar and bring the water from there. Then some enthusiastic devotees, they started drawing water from the nearby wells. It's more difficult, but yes, they started doing that also. 108.
Hundreds of devotees brought water in the pots, and hundreds took the empty pots away to fill up them again.
तो पूर्ण कुंभ लायास असे शत भक्तगण शून्य घट लाया अया आर शत जन. So these lines were like that कि one line from the Indradumna Sarovar is coming to the Gundicha temple, they were handing over pots which were filled, and one line was going from temple back, they were carrying the empty pots, okay, give back, and they were passing empty pots from one hand to another and taking it till Indradumna Sarovar. This is how they were organizedly doing this. One hand to another hand, these things were going. Actually, one person doing all these things will be very, very complicated and difficult. One person is doing everything. But one person is only cutting vegetables. That same person is washing it. Some person is putting chores and all these things. So complicated. So it will one person will get burdened. But if we have a chain system there, right? One person is simply cutting. When we have a cutting vegetable seva, okay, one person will just simply peeling. He will start peeling and he will handing over those cucumbers to somebody else. And the other person will be start crushing. Another person will start putting those into the curd. The raita will be very easy to make. And cutting food side also will come. Because things are happening into the chain. So this is an organized way these programs also was happening. Okay, next shloka.
With the exception of Nityananda Prabhu, Advaita Acharya, Swarupa Damodar, Brahmananda Bharati and Brahmananda Puri, everyone has engaged in feeding the water pots and bringing them here.
Okay, so everyone, Nityananda, Advaita, Swarupa, Bharati, Puri, yes, all these people, they were also started doing these services without any exception. Okay, next one. 110. Ghate teki.
When people collided with one another and hundreds of men had to bring new water pots to
So while doing all these things, many times water pots will get collided with another water pots. And what will happen? They will break. It's a mud water pots. What this signifies? When we are doing sevas together in the base, everybody is having their own personal ideas, their personal agendas, then personal ambitions. And when these ambitions will collide with each other, conflict with each other, then quarrels will happen. And the fights will happen. And this is what signifies the breaking of the pots. And how this was handled. Next one.
Some people were filling the pots and others were washing the room, but everyone was engaged in chanting the holy name of Krishna and Hare.
So even though there was a breaking of the pots, there was so much shouting was happening, but sound was of only Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Even though there was a clashes, there was a fights, but everything was done for the pleasure of Lord Shri Krishna. So in this way, the purpose, everyone's purpose was the same. This is how we can avoid the clashes and the fights. Okay.
One concern that for a waterfall by chanting the holy name Krishna Krishna, and another person delivered a pot with chanting Krishna Krishna.
So there's only one language was happening around there. What is the language? Krishna, Krishna. Whenever somebody wants empty water pots, they will call Krishna, Krishna. And everybody, somebody wants the broom in their hands, they call Krishna, Krishna. And somebody is giving a full water pot to someone, they will call Krishna, Krishna. This language had only one name, one word, Krishna, Krishna. And everybody understood what other person wants. Like in your temple also we have one language. अरे प्रभु जी बताए वो प्रभु जी का कैसे एक्सीडेंट हो गया प्रभु जी, बोलते हैं हरि बोल प्रभु जी, उनका तो हरि बोल हो गया प्रभु जी. एंड समटाइम्स प्रभु जी बोलते हैं प्रभु जी वो एग्जाम में पास हो गया प्रभु जी उसका एग्जाम तो हरि बोल हो गया प्रभु जी. एंड दिस हरि बोल ओनली. एंड वो जो प्रसादम खत्म हो गया प्रभु जी, प्रसादम हरि बोल हो गया प्रभु जी. समथिंग गुड हैपन्स देन ऑल्सो हरि बोल, समथिंग बैड हैपन्स देन ऑल्सो हरि बोल. एंड वी हैव टू कॉल समबडी, we have to call Hari Bol only. You go to temple and you just shout at Hari Bol, Prabhuji Hari Bol, and 4 or 5 people will see, अरे किसको बुला रहे हैं लोग. So Hari Bol is the call, Hari Bol is the encouragement, Hari Bol is the language of the devotees. Of course here devotees used to call Hare Krishna, 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 and things will be understood to each other. Okay, next one. Yay.
Anyone had to speak, he did so by uttering the holy name of Krishna. Consequently, the holy name of Krishna became an indication for everyone who wanted to something.
यही कैसे कहे कृष्ण नामे, कृष्ण नाम हैला संकट सब कामे. So just say Krishna, Krishna, and work will be done. And then प्रेमावेशे प्रभु कहे कृष्ण कृष्ण नाम एकले प्रेमावेशे करे शत जनेर काम. Okay, what's happening here? पढ़िए 14 114 114.
As Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was vibrating the holy name of Krishna in ecstatic love, he himself was performing the work of hundreds of men.
हाँ. So Mahaprabhu was chanting Krishna, Krishna, and he was doing the work of 100 people. This was an enthusiasm. Just chant Hare Krishna, and with this, and what is the force for doing this work? Is the force for doing work is a prema vesha. With the love of Krishna, one man can do the work of 100 people. We say we have to have a passion to the work. Prabhuji, passion होना चाहिए काम करने में. Right? In a companies also they say same thing. Work for the passion, work with the passion, and then person will be able to work so much. But here, one man is able to do the work of 100 people is not just because of passion, but because of the prem and the love. The love should be the motive behind the actions that we are doing. Next
It
one.
appeared as through Sri Krishna, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu were cleansing and washing with 100 hands. He approached every devotee just to teach him how to work.
Just by seeing Mahaprabhu doing this way, everybody was getting enthusiasm, and same enthusiasm was contagious, and everybody was doing this things. Yeah.
When he saw someone doing nicely, the Lord praised him. But if he saw that someone was not working to his satisfaction, he immediately chastised that person, not bearing him any grudge.
I think we missed something. One of the important section. Okay. Which one you read now? 116. Okay. When he saw someone doing this nicely, Lord praised him. But if he saw that someone was not working, he to his satisfaction, he immediately chastised that person, not bearing him any grudge. Bhalo karma dekhi tare kare prasanna prahasana. When somebody is doing good, Mahaprabhu used to glorify him, and mane na mile kare pavitra bhatsana. And when somebody was not doing good, he used to do bhatsana. Bhatsana means he used to chastise him. Arey kya kaam kar rahe ho? And the chastisement also was not like that ki ninda. The chastisement was a pavitra bhatsana. So when some chastisement or maybe some correction has to be given in a positive manner, in a positive attitude. That bharsana or that chastisement should not be discouragement for someone. So in this way here, the bharsana or maybe the chastisement was done into positive heart, and it was taken with the positive heart. And the outcome was the elevation of the devotees into their personal services as well. And sometimes it happens, the chastisement will be done with a good heart, but the maybe some chastisement will not be done good heart, but the person who is receiving it, he will have a good heart, then also the elevation in Krishna consciousness will happen. We have the example of this. We have seen the Suruchi, right? Suruchi was chastising Dhruva Maharaj. Chastisement was there. Why are you taking your place into the father's lap? For that you have to do the tapasya of Mahavishnu. And after doing tapasya, what is the fruit of tapasya of Mahavishnu? You will take birth in my womb. Maybe he's thinking that the Mahavishnu tapasya, the result is for the taking birth in her womb. So yes, she was thinking herself so proud for that. But actually, this was a chastisement into a bad mood. But this chastisement was taken into right attitude by Suniti. And she was telling Dhruva Maharaj, yes, whatever she is telling, she is right. Because our karmas are only there which are going to get us the right birth into high place, high family. So it is only Vishnu, only one who can give us the fruits, or who can award the phala to our karmas. So there is only work and somebody has to do is worshipping the Vishnu and nothing else. So that's how she takes the right attitude, right lesson from this chastisement which was done in a bad mood, and Dhruva Maharaj takes it as an elevation. And the same way, sometimes chastisement are not in a good mood, and chastisement are in a good mood, but disciple is not taking it positively. And then also, because disciple is taking it, it can chastisement in a good mood, and disciple is not taking it in right attitude also, but he follows, it will work. Okay, we missed some portion here. Shloka number 101. We missed it. Shloka 101. Where's the mic? काहे जल आनी देय महाप्रभुर करे केहा जल देया तारे चरणेर पारे. When Mahaprabhu was cleaning it and he was calling, bring water, and these people, they were giving water into Mahaprabhu's hands. Some people were putting water into Mahaprabhu's lotus feet. Who has the mic? You read the translation. 101. 101.
Someone brought water to pour into hands of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and someone poured water on his lotus feet.
So this is kind of a funny incident there. So Mahaprabhu and all the Parshadas were doing the services, but they want to have some fun there. While doing activities, people get so much struggle and all these things, but the leaders, they will make it little lighter. So here people were like naughtily putting water, giving water in Mahaprabhu's hands, but some people were telling, "Arey, ye kachra yahan pe bhi hai," and they started putting water into Mahaprabhu's lotus feet, and then that Mahaprabhu's lotus feet water is coming out. They were taking it as a charanamrita. What is the next shloka? 102. केह लुकान करे सेई जलपान केह मागिलय केह अन्य करे दान.
The water that fell from the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was drunk by someone who hid himself. Someone else begged for that water and another person was giving that water in charity.
Actually, Mahaprabhu was not allowing anybody to drink his charanamritam, because Mahaprabhu was actually performing the pastime as a devotees. And how devotee can allow everybody to worship themselves? So Mahaprabhu never allowed to call himself Vishnu or God or something. He always used to say, I am Gopir Bhartul Padakamalayur Dasanu Das. And here devotees were trying to take a chance to take his charanamrita, and Mahaprabhu was not allowing. First of all, it is an offense. It's that in the temple hall, if somebody pays obeisances to you in front of the Lord, is an offense actually. So we should not accept obeisances from anybody in front of in the temple hall. And that's why Mahaprabhu always chastised. Mahaprabhu was always telling not to do this all in the temple hall, charanamrita and all these things. So Mahaprabhu was chastising. Arey dur hato, don't take all these things and all. But still, people were putting water on Mahaprabhu's lotus feet just naughtily. And they say, no, we are not putting charanamrita, we are just putting water here so the dust will go away. And sometimes Mahaprabhu was cleaning, he was not understanding where people putting water, because he was so much absorbed into cleaning temple that he was washing and cleaning with the tears, and he was so absorbed and itna bhave ho gaye the, people were putting water on his feet, he was not able to understand that. And people were hiding under that slab, because Mahaprabhu was under that Ratnavedi, that Simhasana. Mahaprabhu was standing there and cleaning, and water was coming out from their lotus feet. People were hiding behind under the Simhasana and taking water from there. Charanamrita, and they were getting ecstasy by just drinking Mahaprabhu's Charanamrita. And other people were not able to do that. They were not so smart. So they were not able to hide there. But the person who was gathering Charanamrita, and they were asking, "Arey, thoda sa de do idhar yaar. You are only getting all the mercy. Please pass some water, pass some Charanamrita here." And he was distributing Charanamrita to all the devotees who were present there. Next look. Ghare dhui prani likhya jala chhadi dila sei jal prangana sab bhariya rahila. Next one. 3.
After the room was washed, the water was let out through an outlet, and it then flowed and filled the yard outside.
And this water was going out and out. And then next. निज वस्त्रे कैला प्रभु गृह सम्मर्जन महाप्रभु निज वस्त्रे माझिला सिंहासन.
The Lord walked the room with his whole too, and he polished the throne with the
So he was cleaning whole the simhasana with his own uttariya, his own cloth. शतघट जले हैला मंदिर मार्जन, मंदिर शोधिया कैला येना निजमन.
In this way, all the works were finished with the 100 water source. After the works had been finished, the minds of the devotees were asking us.
I think we have covered here, and when we are going towards the pastime where Krishna Krishna, they are saying 117. Okay. तुम्ही भाल करियाचे शिखाय अन्यारे, एई मत भाल कर्म से होये न करे. We were in between where Mahaprabhu was chastising somebody who was not doing proper cleaning. अरे क्या cleaning कर रहा है, चलो भागो यहाँ से, है ना. So like that this was happening, and he was telling somebody who is doing good, अरे you are doing very nice, please teach to others. Okay. Read the translation. 17.
The Lord would say, you have done well. Please teach this to others, so that they may act in the same way.
And he used to say, okay, go and teach others. So the skills that we have acquired has not to be kept only with us. Somebody is doing something service which is good, we have to arrange that person will teach this to others. Prabhuji playing so nice mridanga, Prabhuji. Why don't you teach to others also? So whatever skills we have has to be distributed to others. Whatever I know has to be done. Any skill, any activities that we have, if we keep it with ourselves, this is not a proper compassion. I see in some class behind previous days I spoke about this. So whenever somebody is doing the, once what happened, Srila Prabhupada with his disciple, Jamuna Mataji, she used to cook very nicely, very expert cook. And one day Prabhupada went and was glorifying, Jamuna, you are cooking so nicely, but are you teaching this to others? And when Prabhupada was talking this to Jamuna Mataji, other ladies were there around, they say, no, Prabhupada, she is not teaching us, Maybe jovial they were telling. Then Prabhupada became serious and he said, Jamuna, this is not right. Because we have to have compassion for others. Then we have to teach others. We want to keep our secrets with ourselves because we envy others. We want to become a best cook. We want to become a best mridanga player. We want to become a best this, best of that. Why? And we want to others not to learn this. Why this attitude comes? This attitude comes because we have envy towards others. And we have to win over this envy. What we have to do? We have to give the skills to others without any discrimination. Many times people, they do, I have developed this course of device and device or something, whatever it is, and a Gita course, and I will not give this PPT to anybody else. Ask Kartikeya Prabhu. He has given this PPT each and everybody who has coming. Prabhuji, I want to learn this Gita course. He is giving, Prabhuji, take this. Unlimitedly, he has distributed this Gita course PPTs, whatever he has made it, and he has given the edit access also. Wherever you want, you change it and use it for yourself. This is what the attitude of the devotee has to be there. So, freely distributing mercy. This is what compassion is there. This is how we will win over the envy in our hearts. Okay, next one.
As soon as they heard Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu say this, everyone became ashamed. Thus the devotees began to work with great affection.
Who became ashamed? Whose pot was not so clean. And other devotees, they became ashamed and they wanted to do their services in more enthusiastic way. So that Mahaprabhu also will appreciate and glorify what service I am doing. Next one.
They was in the Jagamohana area, and then the place where food was kept. All other places were also washed.
Next one.
This way
119.
the working place was the entire yard, the rails, sitting places, the kitchen and every other thing.
In this way, this whole area were clean. Okay, go ahead, next one also.
Thus all the places around the temple were thoroughly washed within and without.
So everything was cleaned thoroughly, within and without, inside out. Okay, next one.
After everything was thoroughly washed, the Vaishnava from Bengal was very intelligent and came and poured water from the lotus feet of the Lord.
Now everything was over. Everything was cleaned. That water pastime also over. People secretly took the whole Charnamrut. That also over. And everything was clean and dry. And one simple, innocent, and a मतलब थोड़ा सा भोला भाला भक्त coming from Bengal, they came for Rath Yatra. That person came forward in front of everybody, with Mahaprabhu's knowledge, he poured water on Mahaprabhu's lotus feet and took the Charnamrut. And Mahaprabhu was watching, ये कर क्या रहा है तुम? Okay, what happens next? से जल लाना अपने पान केला ताहा देखी प्रभुर मने देखिला रोष हिला. Read.
Dear Vaishnava then took that water and drank it with himself, seeing that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu felt a little unhappy and was also outwardly angry.
And Mahaprabhu was angry. Of course, Mahaprabhu was happy with insight. His house so simple-hearted Vaishnava is coming and doing all these things. But he has to show some etiquette, right? So that's why he became angry on this, outwardly angry on the Vaishnavas. Because devotees are outsidely something else, but inside something else. Devotees are outside very, very angry, but inside they have all compassion filled into their hearts. Yep, next one.
Although the Lord was certainly satisfied with him, he became angry externally in order to establish the etiquette of religious principles.
Yeah. यद्यपि गोसाई तारे हयाचे संतोष धर्म संस्थापना लागी बहिरे महारोष. Next one, 25.
The Lord then called to Sarup Damodar and told him, just see the behavior of your Bengali Vaishnava.
Here Mahaprabhu is establishing very important etiquette. What is he doing? शिखा लागी स्वरूपे देखी कहिला तहारे यही देख तमार गौड़ियारा व्यवहारे. ये देखो, and he called Sarup Damodar because all the Gaudiya Vaishnavas who are coming from Bengal, they were under Sarup Damodar. Sarup Damodar was their leader of all the Bengali Vaishnavas. There were different groups of Vaishnavas. Bengali Vaishnav, Odia Vaishnav, Vrindavan Vaishnav. Because this is how preaching was growing. Here also preaching will grow. Whitefield Vaishnav, HBR Levitt Vaishnav, and maybe Panathur Vaishnavas, Sarjapur Vaishnavas, or maybe ACS Vaishnavas. So like that will happen. But anyway, they are all under the one umbrella. Maybe Harishadapu is leading everybody. But everybody, of course, in that there are small groups for the sake of clarification, and one devotees are leading them. Like Vaibhav Krishna was leading some devotees, or some other devotees leading some devotees, like that. They are under particular devotees to guide them closely. But yes, finally they are all disciples and devotees of Krishna only, right? They are all part of ISKCON. There is no distinction between them. But yes, for the sake of clarity, we have some groups made. But that doesn't mean we are all separated. But here, for the sake of chastisement, Mahaprabhu didn't chastise that devotee directly. वो आया और चरण धूलि लेके गया. Mahaprabhu has to become angry on him. But Mahaprabhu is not becoming angry on him, but he is becoming angry on his authority. And whose authority? Sarup Damodar. And saying, hey, Sarup Damodar. That instead of chastising the devotee under Vaibhav Krishna Prabhu, you directly chastise Vaibhav Krishna Prabhu. क्या शिक्षा दिया, क्या training दिया तुमने उसको, है ना? Like that they will chastise. We have a saying. So if you this is chastisement in indirect way. If you instead of direct chastising directly, you indirectly chastise, that person will feel ashamed. अरे मेरे बॉस को वैभव कृष्ण को बुरा बोल दिया, वैभव कृष्ण का जो स्टूडेंट है उसको और ज़्यादा बुरा लगेगा. अरे मेरी वजह से प्रभु को गाली पड़ रहा है ना. So in this way Mahaprabhu is chastising Sarup Damodar. Sarup Damodar, देखो, your Gaudiya Vaishnavas, of course there are Gaudiya Vaishnavas belong to Mahaprabhu only, but telling your Gaudiya Vaishnavas, they are doing like this. This is the etiquette. This is what you have taught them. What happens next?
This person from Bengal has washed
This is past time, finish it.
Not only that, but he has drank the water himself. I now do not know what my destination is because of this offense. Indeed, the Bengali version has greatly implicated me.
Which one you read? Number 126, huh? 127. Okay. I do not know what my destination is because of this offense. Indeed, your Bengali Vaishnavas has greatly implicated me. And then what Mahaprabhu does? तबे स्वरूप गोसाई तारे घड़े हाथ दिया देखे मारी पूरी बाहिर राखी लिया. What and then what is the etiquette? What is the idea? What Swarup Damodar does is very important here. What's Swarup Damodar's reaction to Mahaprabhu's chastisement? Read please.
At this point, Swarup Damodar Goswami caught the body of Vaishnava by the neck and giving him a little push, ejected him from the body of Puri temple and made it go to the Puri temple and made him stay outside.
Okay, so Swarup Damodar personally took this guy and threw him out of the temple. अरे बाहर खड़े रहो, चलो यहाँ से. गला पकड़ के उसका ऐसा गला पकड़ के बाहर फेंक दिया उसको. Sometimes when we preach and when we become a little bit bigger preacher, that time when our subordinates are chastised, we try to defend them in front of our seniors. नहीं नहीं प्रभु जी, इसका सही है प्रभु जी, उसने ऐसे ऐसे किया तो इसलिए. And what happens? This becomes a trap where the fall of a preacher happens. When he defends his subordinate in front of his seniors, this is the biggest trap for the preacher. The same offense was done by Shobari Muni when he was defending those fishes in front of Garudji. Whenever we are becoming a preacher, and we are so much attached to our subordinates, and we, because of their love, we try to defend their actions in front of our seniors, because seniors are able to see what's right, what's wrong. For their improvement only they are chastising. But when we hide their wrongdoings and defend them in front of our seniors, our fall happens. Like Shobari Muni failed to defend the fishes, and he got the curse. But here Swarup Damodar showed a right etiquette. What he did, he chastised his subordinate in front of Mahaprabhu and threw him out. And then he didn't just stop there. He just didn't stop by chastising his subordinate. Subordinate will feel ना कि अरे बॉस के आगे मेरे को डांट दिया, मेरे का कोई वैल्यू ही नहीं है. But no, he is doing something important in the next shloka. Please read. Okay, I'll read the shloka once. पुनः आसी प्रभु पाय करिल विनय आज्ञा अपराध क्षमा करिते ययाय.
After Swarup Damodar Goswami returned within the temple, he requested Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to excuse that innocent person.
Yes, he first chastised his devotees outwardly and sent him out. But Swarup Damodar came back again in front of Mahaprabhu and begged forgiveness and begged pardon for these devotees who was under him. And as well as, not just that, he requested mercy for that devotee. This is how the etiquette, this is how the behavior of a devotee should be. Next one.
After this incident, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was very satisfied. He then asked all of the devotees to sit down in 2 lines on both sides.
Okay, this is how he got a mercy again back, and then devotees stood in the line. For what purpose? Next one. Lord then personally sat down in the middle and picked up all kinds of straw and the grains and the sand and dirty things. This is the final cleaning. First cleaning happened, second cleaning happened, and the final cleaning, whatever dust and straws were there laid down, they were thrown out. While Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was picking up the straws and the grains and the grains of the sand, he said, I shall gather everyone's collection and I shall ask whoever has collected less than all the others to pay a fine of sweet cakes and a sweet rice. Whoever is a loser, they have to pay fine by giving the sweet cake and sweets for all other devotees. In this way, all the quarters of the Gundicha temple was completely cleansed and cleared. All the quarters were cool and spotless like one's cleansed and peaceful mind. When the water from the different rooms were finally let out through the halls, it appeared as if the new rivers was rushing out to meet the water of the ocean. Outside the gateways of the temple, all the all the roads were also cleansed and no one could tell exactly how it was done. And in this way, this whole Gundicha temple cleaning pastime occurred. And of course, after this pastime, when everybody was tired, Mahaprabhu took everybody to the Narendra Sarovar, and there they had water splashing pastime. Maybe some other time we will discuss about that. So this is pastime Mahaprabhu executed to teach us very important lessons. So let us take all these lessons to our heart and make our journey to the Krishna consciousness successful. Hare Krishna. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki jai. Gundicha Marjan Leela ki jai. Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Mai ki jai. Shri Shri Radha Vrindavan Chandra Bhagwan ki jai. Hare Krishna.